everybody, and thank you for joining us. Welcome back to Season 2 of Hidden Treasures, the live show where we take you behind the scenes of the Natural History Museum here in London. As always, I'm your host Conor, and today we're in the Angela Marmont Centre for UK Nature. So this is a research hub that researches UK biodiversity, but also provides identification services for members of the public. However, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, our expert scientist was unable to join us today. So we're not bringing you the full show today at this moment. However, it's not all bad news because we're just postponing the show till next month. So the new date for this show will be on May 16th, Tuesday, May 16th, at the same time, 12:30 p.m. British Summer Time. So make sure you tune in for that. Now, in the full show, we'll be talking to our scientists. We'll be unboxing some of the specimens that the public have sent in for identification. We'll be checking out what some of the other scientists do in the space. It's a really exciting area. There's lots of scientists working in here right now as well. And we'll also be checking out the UK reference collection, which is actually a collection. You can book a specific appointment to come and visit. So that's super exciting. It's basically a behind-the-scenes collection that you actually can come and check out yourself if you book an appointment. But since we're here, it's a good time to remind you to send in your questions in advance for our scientists when we meet them. We won't be answering any questions today, unfortunately, but it'd be great to have those for when we do talk with our scientists in a few weeks' time. But also our mystery specimen has been shown on our YouTube community as well. So get in all of your guesses for that for when we reveal it on the 16th of May. Now, as I mentioned, this is one of the most exciting places in the museum. There's a lot of cutting-edge research that happens here and all of the specimens coming in for identification. But as I mentioned, it's also a place where the public can come and researchers can come to visit to have a look at some of the museum's collections and our libraries as well. So I think it would be great while we're here to meet someone who's come in and use our reference collection. So if you want to follow me through here, we'll check that out. So as you can see, we've got lots of working stations in here. We've got people researching parasitoid wasps from Africa, really cool stuff. But I wanted to actually introduce you to Odile, who is here working on something really, really cool. How are you doing today?
Great. It's a beautiful day. I'm really happy. I'm happy to be here. So it's an honour to be able to work here. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for letting us talk to you. You're
Pleasure.
super busy on this project. And actually, that's what I wanted to kind of ask is, what exactly are you working on here?
Okay, so I'm working on it's two crabs, fossil crabs, and they're xanthopsis, and they're stuck in clay. So it's really quite interesting because whoever actually found them and tried to extract them out of the clay has created something quite beautiful, really, that we can see and enjoy and learn from. And I'm trying to do something similar in a drawing form to try and get them to come out of this clay, which I find really enchanting and engaging.
That's incredible.
So that's where I'm at the moment.
You can see actually here, you can see the claw of that crab right there, can't you?
Yeah, and what's really interesting is that apparently there are two crabs, one on top of the other, and an expert we were talking to, he suggested that crabs, as we know, they molt, and the female crab, well, he thinks that's a female crab, as she was molting, the male, which would be on top, was protecting her while she was molting because she's very, very vulnerable when that's happening. So
that's incredible.
I find that quite engaging. Yeah, and it's such an incredible specimen that I'm doing 3 viewpoints. I've got that viewpoint, and then I'm going to do another viewpoint because it's just so, for me, incredibly and utterly beautiful.
Yeah, it's quite dynamic and it's a really great example of seeing behaviours trapped in time in a fossil.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something we've explored in previous episodes when we saw the paleontology collection. So it's super cool that you're here and bringing it to life with your illustrations.
Thank you, I hope so.
I kind of wanted to ask as well, just how you kind of ended up here, like.
Good question. So I started really working here on bumblebees. I wanted to use the microscope because everything is here for us. And I spoke to Florian, who gave me some specimens from the synoptic collection, and I was able to do my own work, really. And then it kind of grew from there, so I guess you could say I established myself. Yeah, and I mean, I love working here. This is my favourite place to work.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's so cool to hear.
There.
So you basically, when you first kind of came here, you were someone who kind of booked an appointment to come see the collections, and it just led to this?
It led to this,
wow.
Yeah, and it's incredible, and I can come basically whenever I like, so
that's
I'm
amazing.
really lucky. I'm totally and utterly honoured because it's just such an incredible space.
Yeah.
And you've got access to anything I want, I can basically get it.
That's amazing. And you've got some of your other pieces here behind me, haven't we?
Yeah, and
wow.
I kind of like, this is my favourite drawing so far because when I saw the actual specimen, I stopped whatever else I was drawing in and said to Ben, the paleontologist I'm working with, I really want to draw that. And I've made it 1.5 times this life size. So you can really get into the detail of barnacles and these worms and things. And yeah, so I that's my favourite.
It's incredible. No, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your work with
Conor.
us.
Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll leave you to it because you're hard at work here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Amazing.
Thank you.
So that just kind of goes to show just how incredible this area is. It's really a place where people can come who are interested in the natural world and want to research it more on all of the different projects, illustration, but many, many others. So yeah, as I said, this is a space that anyone can come and visit so long as they book an appointment in advance. It's separate from the main museum ticket as well. But that's pretty much all we're going to kind of do in today's episode. Of course, the full episode will be coming out on May 16th next month, so make sure you tune in for that. But there's also the rest of the season and next week's show. So next week's show will go ahead as normal, 12:30 p.m. British Summer Time on Tuesday the 25th of April. And we'll be down in the Fossil Preparation Lab and we'll be talking to paleontologist Kieran Miles about how scientists prepare fossils for them to go on display or be researched. And also I'm going to be trying my hand at preparing fossils too. So I'm very excited for that. And it's going to be a great episode. So if you've got any questions for Kieran, make sure that you pop those on our socials or in the YouTube comments or chat box, and we'll have those in advance for next week's show as well. But as always, head to our Twitter and Instagram, all our social platforms to let us know what you think of the show and what you want to see more of. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification icon on our YouTube channel so you know when the next episodes of Hidden Treasures are coming out as we progress through season 2, but also all of our other fantastic content on YouTube. And also make sure you check out on YouTube, if you haven't watched them already, the full playlist of season 1 is on there, and every episode we do of season 2 will be uploaded on there as well. So yeah, make sure that you follow along for the rest of Hidden Treasures season 2. But that's pretty much all we have time for now. So thank you so much for watching and catch you next week.